Methodist, and also Canon Kevin O'Brien from the Church of Ireland. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are dignitaries. We may be joined by one or two more. There are various other parades as the evening went on, so they may be here, they may show late, and we'll introduce them if they arrive. Now, again, we have a fantastic committee, ladies and gentlemen, that run this parade every year, and there's great credit to you. Just look around, the place is full, the roads are empty, and we're nearly ready for the parade. So I'm going to hand you over to the chair of the Adare Patrick's Day Committee. Will you give a huge welcome to Emma Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen.
Guys, welcome to the 2025 Adare St. Patrick's Day Parade. We've got Emma Sheehan, our chair, just joining the stage for the speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, member of the clergy, distinguished guests, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here today to Adare for our annual St. Patrick's Day Parade celebration. To all our sponsors, local businesses, communities and local councillors who have donated generously, our various fundraisers and provided financial assistance to us in preparation for this event, we extend a huge thank you. At this point, I must call out our amazing committee, who are responsible for bringing this to us today. I'd like to thank endless hours of volunteers and personal time sacrifice. Each and every one of you have been outstanding. No task was too big or too small. I am honoured to be part of this committee. We owe you a great debt of gratitude. Keep an eye on the very last float, where you'll see firsthand our creativity and dedication and our talent on this outstanding committee. Today's parade is testament to the hard work and dedication of so many. Let's give a huge round of applause to all the participants, committees, dancers, walkers, animals, musicians, volunteers, and everybody who has worked tirelessly to bring this incredible event to life. This day is a reminder of the strength and resilience and joy that Irish people have shared throughout the world. I'd like to extend a huge happy St. Patrick's Day to the Adare and area diaspora scattered throughout the world who cannot be with us today. Many of us are joining online. Finally, I'd like to thank the spectators for coming out and supporting us today. We hope you enjoy yourselves and have a fantastic day. Long favorite colleague, Sonny Galera. Without further ado, I'm going to hand you back to the marvellous Nemo Kelly, Master of Ceremonies.
So that was Emma
Well,
Sheehan.
thank you very much indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our next person up to the microphone, would you please welcome, representing the Mayor, Councillor Stephen Keely. Thank you.
Thank you, Liam. It's a pleasure and an honour to be here to be invited to this fantastic parade here today. I'm shown the honour for the Mayor, John Moore, already again inside of the bigger parade in Limerick. It could be a success at one time. So, being more before I spoke this, I wouldn't speak for more than a minute, and I'll honour that request. You know, from what I've seen here today so far, this parade has grown from strength to strength. This was re-established a number of years ago, and I wish you the very, very best. And all of you here present, I wish you a very, very happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you.
Brother Stephen, thank you very much. All in the hand of his work, keep it under a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're on time constraint. Would you please give a warm welcome to our own Councillor Friday Collins? Thank you.
Thank you, Liam. Like Stephen, it is a real honour to be here today. Thank you to all the people that have turned out here for what is quite possibly what I believe the biggest parade in County Limerick on St. Patrick's Day. Have a great day. I need to thank this very hard-working committee and all the volunteers who showed up today to make this day a huge success. But I want to mention in particular, because it is the first time in my memory that we've had a neurodivergent area for those who need that, and it's down there beside between the church and the Dunraven Arms. That is a great addition to make sure that this is an all-inclusive parade. Enjoy your day and happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Friday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're nearly there. Just one announcement to make. The winner of the best dressed window, the best shop front window, goes to Footprints by Laura. So have a look at Laura's window, and have a look at all the windows, and everybody who made an effort. Well done indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a poignant moment, this, but we're going to ask you all just to observe a minute's silence, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of people missing that were maybe here last year and they're no longer with us, ladies and gentlemen. And it is always we always do this for the lost souls, ladies and gentlemen, that we missed this last year. So I'll ask you all just to observe 1 minute's silence in memory of all our dearly beloved people just gone before us. A minute's silence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, family and loved ones, we miss them all. May they rest in peace. Big round of applause. Thank you very much indeed.
So we've just had a minute's silence there for loved ones that's not there this year. We're remembering especially our first Grand Marshal from 3 years ago, Dolly O'Neill, who's up there in heaven looking down at us.
Ladies and gentlemen, wave your flag. Come on, wave the tricolour, ladies and gentlemen. The Patrick Day Parade is officially open and we are now heading from the boys' school. We have started. We will introduce them as they pass the viewing stand. So welcome everybody. Hope you're nice and warm and give plenty support to the audience into today's St. Patrick's Day Parade. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen.
Just to say a special thank you to Limerick City and County Council, especially our councillors from the Adare St area, who without their support this parade simply wouldn't happen. And also to everybody who's backed this parade in the last 12 months. We ran a monster draw earlier this year, which this is a self-funded parade run by a team of amazing volunteers. Our chairperson, Emma Sheehan, was up on stage in the grandstand, which is off camera. Apologies, we're streaming from the heart of Adare right now. But Emma just thanks the amazing committee that we have.
And here come, ladies and gentlemen. I will introduce the float as they pass by. And again, fantastic.
As Councillor Collins alluded to, we had a safe space this year. So for neurodivergent this year,
it's absolutely jam-packed, ladies and gentlemen. And coming down the road to start the parade, ladies and gentlemen, we have the blood fight.
We've over 71 participants in this year's parade. It's getting bigger and bigger. And the safe space this year means that there's a safe area for families with neurodivergent kids that they can also come. There was an amazing puppet show in the park at about 12:30 today. And we had some bands and live music up in the rig from 1:30. So we've really tried to make a big effort in making sure everyone feels welcome and included and part of this special day. So sit back and enjoy. The parade has started from the boys' school. The route goes from the boys' school down to the end of the Dunraven Arms and back up again. So I'll do my best to try and call out those who are taking part.
You're warm welcome to Tommy Hartigan. Councillor Tommy Hartigan just arrived. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the blood fight. These are a voluntary charity that provide urgent medical transport services to and from hospitals of blood products and any other medical needs. Ladies and gentlemen, the blood fight.
Welcome, Anne Kathleen from Berlin. Nice to see you. The first off the bat is our blood bags, and if anyone that's experienced these guys, especially if you're undergoing treatment or from chronic diseases or conditions, the amazing work that they do, and they're a group of volunteers, and they keep everything running. So thank you, amazing to the blood bikes for taking part today. We have the Irish Defence Forces leading out with the Colours Parade, and now more than ever, it's so nice to be able to pay tribute to our servicemen. We're going to be led out by the 12th Infantry Battalion. They're located in Sarsfields Barrack in Limerick. And while the modern 12th Infantry Battalion, it's a modern troop, they're celebrating 75 years of service this year. So Mahu.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're honoured to welcome here this evening the 12th Infantry Battalion, which is located in Sarsfields Barracks in Limerick. The 12th Infantry Battalion.
Sheila Mackesy, welcome from Ballyagran. My first job was working alongside Sheila Mackesy in the Heritage Centre. And we've got Eleanor Constanuk from Romania. I hope she's listening in. And we have Liam and we have Sylvia that's going to be marching later on.
Huge welcome to our Equestrian Centre. First time for appearing in our parade.
Eleonora, Sylvia and her whole team from Ramona's are going to be here. So we've lots of culture.
Behind Clonshire horses,
this is Sue Foley with her 2 horses from Clonshire.
And the little girls dancing behind
It's the first time they're participating in the parade. It's a bit touching. Let's see how this goes. Anything can happen with animals, folks, so we hope it goes okay for them today. Thanks to Sue and the team in Clonshire Equestrian Centre.
Followed by the Irish flag, ladies and gentlemen. Would you welcome Liam O'Connor? Liam O'Connor is carrying the Irish flag, followed by Barry O'Halloran. Barry O'Halloran is carrying the Adare flag representing the Manor Field.
And the Adare St. Patrick's banner, they've got Schaefer Hogan there and Rena and a couple of girls. Liam O'Connor, our committee member, Barry O'Halloran, and Simon from Embry Close.
And here's the man himself, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please welcome St. Patrick?
And here comes trouble, folks. It's St. Patrick's Day.
It's a coincidence.
We wouldn't have St. Patrick's Day without St. Patrick.
But Ger Hickey is celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, St. Patrick!
And Ger Hickey from Beautiful Gardens has just been outed as having his birthday today. I hope it's a small one, Ger, and not a big round birthday. Ger was fantastic earlier on today. Lots of kids hanging around waiting for the parade, and they've all been up doing shamrock selfies with St. Patrick, and he's always such a pleasure to oblige. Looks like he's directing traffic now there, but there's a traffic closure, Ger. Next up, we've got some Irish dancers. And CBS Pipe Band. And they're an integral part in Sexton Street in Limerick. The CBS Band has expanded in recent years to include boys and girls. It was fantastic to see them yesterday out in the band's parade, to see multi-generations. It was so encouraging. And they've got kids from 5th class primary school all the way throughout. And they've got members from Limerick City and County Clare.
The CBS Pipe Band has expanded in recent years to include boys and girls aged from 5th class primary upwards, from throughout Limerick City environs, including County Limerick and County Clare. The band provides the opportunity for its young members to participate in a variety of charity, cultural, social, and sporting events. Would you give a huge Adare welcome to the CBS Pipe Band?
CBS Pipe Band have been a staple part of the Adare Parade going back many, many decades. There was one particular year I recall when they would traditionally lead out the colours and the flags in the front, and I think I was an 11-year-old scout. When the call came out at 10 to 3, they got delayed and there was no tricolour coming, so I got pulled from the back of the parade where I was quite happy to the front. But the CBS Pipe Band are unbelievable. They participate in a variety of charity, cultural and social and sporting events, and they're a real staple. It's great to see them expanding in recent years to include boys and girls, and they did everyone proud yesterday in the International Band Parade, standing toe to toe with the best of them. Welcome, Daniel from Brazil, my next door neighbour who's gone back to his home and his family. It's so lovely to see you joining us online, Daniel. We've got a few from Brazil here today marching, so your country's been represented. Mary Rail, welcome from New York. I hope you managed to catch the parade yesterday where we had a Limerick Man Grand Marshal in the New York parade, which is fantastic. There's Derek Hickey out doing a bit of cleaning, getting heckled from the mob. Some of the horses, that's where we go with live animals, folks. You can't control them. So Derek is doing his bit. John Quinn, welcome from sunny Baku, Azerbaijan. I suspect that your niece is marching today, or maybe it's your daughter, Dawn Quinn and Billy. And the crew are here. Dawn has just been a brilliant part of our committee for the last few years. She keeps the show going. And Dawn is the person behind our amazing social media channels. She's done such an excellent job. This year, no doubt, has gone from strength to strength. Check out Dawn later on in the rig. She's going to be doing a rendition with the Dixie Chicks. Martina Ford and myself will be joining her for that karaoke. Hopefully we won't clear the streets too soon with our singing. So just coming on camera now, you'll see the CBS Pipe Band.
We go to applause for Derek Griffin, the Pooper Scooper.
Derek Griffin, the Pooper Scooper. That's his new nickname, folks. Who needs reality TV when you've got Derek Griffin out with a Pooper Scooper, folks?
CBS Pipe Band, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous. Well done. CBS Pipe Band, ladies and gentlemen. Followed closely by the Adare Act of Retirement. Great group. Give a big Adare welcome to your Adare Act of Retirement, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big wave out there at the parade. Adare Act of Retirement, ladies and gentlemen. Followed by Conor McCarthy. Conor's vintage Mercedes. Where's Dr. Connor?
It's lovely to see the Adare Active Retirement coming up next.
Where's Conor McCarthy? Vintage Mercedes. Behind.
There's such a remarkable group of people and they're always giving back to the community.
Down syndrome Limerick is a community of children and adults with Down syndrome and their families.
Fantastic to see Adare Active Retirement.
On a voluntary basis. And to quote,
Next up is
"We have
Conor
numerous
McCarthy
volunteers
in his
that help us
vintage
with
Mercedes.
fundraising and running our classes. We're a team and we work together to make a difference to the lives of our children. Ladies and gentlemen, Down syndrome Limerick.
Here comes Down Syndrome Limerick.
Leprechauns. Here comes the leprechauns, ladies and gentlemen. Adults and children.
Down Syndrome Limerick is a community of children and adults with Down syndrome and their families. The charity is run by parents on a voluntary basis. And we've a number of volunteers that help with events, fundraising and running classes. And they're a team who work together to make a difference in the lives of those with Down syndrome.
Here, Packers from Edward Costa, ladies and gentlemen. Here come Adare, LCFA.
Big shout out to Sean, our famous Adare nominee and representative, who was with the mural inauguration earlier this year. And there's Ed Cusson with his alpacas. And there's Christina and the Cusson clan.
We must remember Phil.
This is Adare Ladies Football Club and Adare Camogie marching together under one banner, which is fabulous to see in the day.
Limerick Live 95 FM is next, ladies and gentlemen. Limerick Live 95 FM, Limerick Best Music Mix. Limerick Live 95 FM. Would you welcome our good colleagues from up the road, Adare Manor.
And here comes Live 95 FM. We've Nadia on the street earlier on today. It's great to have the support. Live 95 have been amazing support to Adare St. Patrick's Day parade for the last number of years. It's brilliant to see them. Big shout out to Fiona Madigan as well, if she's dialing in. Married to my first cousin Michael Madigan, and she's great crack.
Give a big wave, ladies and gentlemen.
Stacey McHenry, welcome.
Adare Manor.
Welcome Paul and Oliver from Granite, County Limerick. And hello, big love back to Grace Alexander as well.
Loads
Just
of
going
goodies
through
for the
now is
kids.
Adare Manor,
Come on, everybody get something from Adare
which,
Manor.
we're
Always
gearing
do.
up now to
Welcome,
Ryder
thank
Cup
you very much
2027, which is going to be really super special, folks. We've got the old saloon here from the Adare Manor.
Put your hands out, ladies and gentlemen. Loads of
Looks
goodies
like they're
from
giving out a
Adare
few
Manor.
cowboy hats, which is fantastic.
Well done.
Nothing like a bit of swag. But yeah, Adare is
Thank you,
certainly
Adare
thinking
Manor.
now long and hard about Ryder Cup 2027. It's going to be amazing. And also Junior Ryder Cup 2027 is coming to Limerick, and it's just going to be really special, folks. So well done to the team from Adare Manor.
It's St. Patrick's Day. Welcome, everybody. Loads of goodies from Adare Manor.
We had the Ryder Cup in Adare late last year with the captain
Coming up behind
of the
ladies and
2027
gentlemen,
team,
four
and it was
Reed
spectacular.
brass and reed bands. Reed, one of Ireland's oldest and most respected brass and reed ensemble. The Bohawkwee Brass and Reed Band, established in 1850 in the Bohawkwee area of Limerick. The band is well known locally for tradition and sense of community. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Adare Bohawkwee Brass.
Hello,
and
St.
Reed
Patrick's
Band.
Day from Adare Tidy Towns. It's lovely to have you guys listening in as well. Next up, we've the Bohawkwee Brass and Reed Band. Again, they were fantastic yesterday in the 53rd International Band Parade. They're one of Ireland's most oldest and respected brass and reeds ensembles. They were established in 1850, and they're in the Bohawkwee area of Limerick, and they're well known locally for tradition and a sense of community. They're unbelievable at pulling people together, and it's great to see them going on and on. There's a very special guy there from the Limerick GAA stalwart. I believe Eugene is a member of this band. And they do great volunteer for Limerick GAA.
Followed by John Donovan with 4 vintage cars. Jonathan.
Bohawkwee in the traditional Adare red and black colours, so we love them for that.
Alan J. Knight, beautiful cars, ladies and gentlemen. Vintage cars here from the Donovan.
I don't know where they get their energy from 2 days in a row.
Here comes the two of them. Will you welcome Sister Pam and Sister Nora? Would you come to the viewing stand, Sister?
There's the O'Donovans. The clan are out. They've got 4 vintage cars.
That's Sister Karen and Sister Nora.
We've got some interesting horses hanging out from some of these. They're really embracing the theme of the Wild West.
School of Dancing on next, ladies and gentlemen. Irish dancing school from Carolina, County Limerick, with a strong connection to Adare. Please welcome the Enright Queen.
And we've got 2
School of
sisters,
Dancing.
Reverend Sister Karen and Nora. Fair play to them.
Right behind them, we have Kildimo Palestinian GA. Welcome to Kildimo Palestinian GA. Kildimo Palestinian became only the 6th Limerick team to win an all-out cup holding championship title after they defeated Kappa White 213 to 10 in a recent
And the Enright Quinn
UWP
School of
final.
Dance.
Welcome.
They're based in Carolina, County Limerick, with strong connections in Adare. It's fantastic to see the colour today, folks.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
And we've got Kildimo Pallascounty GAA. And they're the 6th only team in Limerick to win an All-Ireland Club Hockey Championship after they defeated Kappa White 213 to 0-10 in Saturday's Junior B final. So well done, Kildimo Pallascounty.
As an effective volunteer-based organisation, ladies and gentlemen.
You see Billy Chalk in the middle of them, former publican from Adare. And Billy's son John would have won the puck fight, I believe, up in Cooley in County Louth over multiple years. So fantastic clubs. Great to see them going from strength to strength. Next up is Limerick Civil Defence. They support emergency services and provide community support by promoting and developing and maintaining the civil defence as an effective volunteer association. And Lord knows the work that they do, guys. They're unbelievable.
Wonderful wonderful to see so many people down each side of the street, ladies and gentlemen. You can see from here, the place is packed with viewers. Thank you so much for turning up and supporting it here. St. Patrick's Day Parade. Welcome to everybody. Look what's coming behind, ladies and gentlemen. The international flag. Welcome to our international community from Adare, showcasing a wonderful display of colours with all their national flags. Will you give a huge Adare welcome to our wonderful visitors living in Adare from all the different countries, ladies and gentlemen.
Next up is the float that's really close to my heart. It's our international float. We have over 24 countries being represented here today. Some really special ones.
Well done. Thank you so much. Look at their costume. It's fabulous.
Some fantastic costumes where, you know, we take over the world on St. Patrick's Day and we have parades all over. So this is our way of giving back to the local community who've come from far and wide to march and represent their countries. The most beautiful array from China. This is their local village costume.
Give Mary a big round of applause. Little Mary is celebrating her birthday.
We've got Romania, we've Kazakhstan, we've Brazil, we've got España.
Please give a warm welcome to Adare St.
We've Australia, New Zealand, Ukraine, America, Canada.
The Adare Heritage Centre have another beautiful float. What a beautiful float this is, ladies and gentlemen. Adare Heritage Centre making a big effort.
India.
Fabulous.
We've Japan. I know that Karthik and his wife Arpita would like to say hi to their mum and dad. Kasturi and Prasanna and Lakshmi and Gajendra. The colour and the costumes, and it is just so beautiful to see. And we've a four-legged, looks like Australian dog in the back. And fair play to Elliot, he's flying the Welsh flag and he's brought the wooden spoon 2 years in a row with Scott. Next up we've two Irish wolfhounds. And we've got colour from Adare, Borden and Oak. The wolfhounds are Ciara and Mary with their beloved Irish wolfhounds, Hamish and Moose. Mary's celebrating her 4th birthday today, so happy birthday to Mary. And Adare, Borden and Oak, it's just fantastic to see. Obviously the kids in Adare are involved in multiple organisations, so between the soccer club and the Borden and Oak and all of the others, but it's fantastic to see them coming out and being part of the parade today in Adare. Alexandra, it's lovely to see you. Auntie Sylvia is looking fabulous. I know Liam is probably in the group behind, hanging out. I know he's a green hat on. John Quinn. Karina is there from Kazakhstan. She's a lovely Irish jersey on, so she's flying both flags typically. And thank you for bringing the dryness over from Kazakhstan, John. We appreciate it. Antonella, hello from Romania. It's so lovely to see you. And here is the Adare Heritage Centre's float, again embracing the Wild Wild West. They had music in the Heritage Centre today, so they've really embraced making the day special. Next up you can hear is the Redemptor City Brand. Again, they were unbelievable yesterday in the 53rd International Bands Parade, one of its kind in the country. I believe they picked up an award. We've a local interest in the Redemptor City Brand. I met Denise O'Shea, golf pro, my former classmate. She's 2 daughters in this band. The Redemptor City Brand at Mount St. Albans, Limerick. They were foremost over 3 years ago in the old St. Clement's College. The purpose of providing gifted music learning to those who might not be able to afford it. They've over 200 people in the band, young and not so young. And they learn music on all kinds of interests, including a variety of bands, ensembles, choirs and orchestras.
We have small leprechauns, adult leprechauns, and big leprechauns, small leprechauns.
And Katy Perry's Eye of the Tiger went down a treat yesterday in Limerick as well as today.
Welcome United, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! Welcome, boys. Give them a big cheer. Welcome to Adare, boys. You live in Adare anyway, don't you?
Fantastic to have bands on the parade, folks. They really add to the atmosphere.
Adare United, ladies and gentlemen. with supporters
On camera
from all
now, you'll
over
see
the place.
Kenneth
Welcome
Walsh with his
to
2
the
vintage
parade, Adare
tractors.
United. Come on, Adare United, give us a
You've
big
got the
cheer.
colours parade of the 12th Battalion heading back up the street now.
It's all about the boys. Well done, lads. But the girls are here, but I beg your pardon. The girls are here. Sorry, girls. I didn't see you there, but the boys were hiding you. So the girls are with the Adare United as well. So sorry. I'm very bored to forget the girls. Well done. Adare United, boys and girls, well done and welcome. Get the flag bearers back. Well done, Barry.
Next up is St. Nicholas's School.
Okay,
They're a small school with a big heart and a hidden gem right across from the manor gates. They're now taking enrolment for 2025. It's lovely to see St. Nicholas School marching today. And there's the Queen of Adare, Rosemary Hennebury, followed by some leprechauns, some dodgy looking leprechauns. And then we've got even more dodgier Adare United. Fantastic club. The chair this year is Paul Griffin. Look at that. It's fantastic to see so many of the kids out enjoying their day. And they have kids right up from under 6s up to adults. Next up, we've the Spinnies and the Spin South West crew. And Dovey, who took up stilt walking for us 3 years ago, and it's gone on from strength to strength. There you've got Sean Moynihan's vintage BMW, and St. Patrick's making a trip back up the street again. And folks, you're going to love this. This is the hit machine.
The hit machine covers are a brotherhood of Olympic warriors. Their live show is designed to enthrall and entertain the dynamic, captivating drumming.
We've got Jesse from Toy Story and Thomas Shaughnessy's vintage cars coming up. We've Terry O'Brien's vintage car and Sean Liston. Thomas Shaughnessy's Ford Prefect was some might remember from the Hall's Pictorial Weekly broadcast of Adare in 1974. It's live on the streets in Adare now today again.
St. Patrick, when you come back up onto the stage, somebody bring back St. Patrick to us. Look who's after arriving, ladies and gentlemen, all their way from just after the Super Week. Would you welcome? I know what you're thinking. Gather the shop, the story so far, and a new story. These 4 jockeys made us proud and made us a lot of money in Cheltenham last week. Would you welcome the 4 horses from Adare Derby? Will somebody bring back St. Patrick to us? We want to have St. Patrick up on the stage. Somebody might grab St. Patrick.
Here comes the hit machine drummers,
Sean Hennessy.
followed by 4 horses, the Adare Derby. They're just back from Chester Festival, folks. Can someone pick out the Gold Cup winner? I suspect there's a Harrigan in that mix. And here comes Sean Hennessy Electrical and Rathkeil, another great supporter of the Adare Parade. CBS Pipe Band going back up the street now on the opposite side.
Behind Sean Hennessy, would you welcome Croom United? We have the right to welcome our neighbours, Croom United, first time participating in Adare St. Patrick's Day Parade. Croom United, you're very welcome. Give us a big cheer there. Thank you, Croom United. Welcome.
Adare Active Retirement making their way back up the street as Sean Hennessy comes down.
Behind Croom United, ladies and gentlemen, we have Adare Community First Responders. A community first responders team in operation for a number of years, providing excellent first responder services in the local community in support of the National Ambulance Service.
Here comes Croom United. They're our neighbours from Croom.
New members always welcome. We're delighted to have
It's their first time participating in the Adare Parade and they're very welcome. Delighted to have them here.
Here comes the Adare walking band. van walking tour. Marcella and James, welcome.
It's lovely to see a club go from strength to strength. We'll welcome them back next year, crew. Next up is the Adare Community First Responders. We've got Kevin Cribben leading them out, and they're an amazing team in operation for a number of years. They provide excellent first responder service to the local community in Adare. They support the National Ambulance Service along with providing community training and public access DFib programme. New members are always welcome, folks, and we're delighted to have this group on our doorstep. You've got Adare walking tours with James Kavanagh coming through next. The Leprechaun floating around, and then we've John Sheehan and his Massey Ferguson. She's a beauty. Going back up the street, we looks like Adare Camogie in a Lair Ladies Gaelic football. And then you've got Jim Fitzgerald coming down in his Ford Major blue tractor.
St. Patrick has joined us. Welcome, St. Patrick. Give them a big wave. Welcome, St. Patrick.
Adare LGFA and Adare Camogie Club going back out. Big shout out to one of the Adare Camogie and Ladies Gaelic football stalwarts, Catherine Buggy, who capped her retirement yesterday. Ex-Munster, Ireland and Barbarians player. She got the third cup yesterday for Gloucester, her home team, and she's now retiring in style. I've no doubt Catherine Buggy is going to go on and lead teams for much more to come on and off the pitch. Catherine was a stalwart. She put great pride in every jersey she's ever played in, and I wish her day one of retirement. I'm sure she's got a bright future ahead of her, and we're just so proud to have Catherine Buggy, native of Adare, flying the flag for Ireland on an international stage. Next up on screen, we've got Croke School of Music. They were founded in 2001 by two music graduates, Darren Murphy and Marion Giltonan. One of Munster's largest established music schools, and they cater for all genres and styles of music, from beginners to undergraduate. If you're passionate about music, you've come to the right place.
Thank you for making the effort. Well done, everybody. Team Adare Cycling Club, ladies and gentlemen.
Next up on camera, we've Tyke O'Connor Hardware. It's great to see the O'Connor family take over from Vokes in Adare, and they've been a great addition to Main Street. Also a fantastic supporter of the Adare St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee. Next up is Team Adare Cycling Club. It's great to see them out and about.
Coming next, ladies and gentlemen, we have...
And Boher Bui's gone back up now on camera. They're making their trip back up the street.
They are fearless, tough and graceful. Based in O'Brien's Bridge, a village in the banks of the beautiful channel.
Anyone living around the Adare Cycling Club, Team Adare, always welcoming new members.
Support of women who have breast cancer with their friends and supporters. Thank you to the Shannon Dragons. Well done. Welcome, Shannon Dragons.
There's a very special group of women coming up the street now, the Shannon Dragons.
St. Patrick.
And the Dragons is an apt name for these girls because they are fearless, they're tough, and they're graceful. They're based in O'Brien's Bridge, a village in the banks of the beautiful Shannon. The club draws members from Limerick, Clare and Tipperary, and they're made up of women who've had breast cancer and their friends and their supporters.
Well done, ladies.
And they are fearless, folks. There's Liz Gavitt in the front with the banner. It's just fantastic to see these.
Cover McNamara. Welcome, cover.
And for anyone that's been touched with breast cancer, folks, you'll know what a special group of women these are and what they've battled to overcome. Here's Margaret Shovlin out front, wife of the infamous John Shovlin. Anyone that's done a wedding or a stint or an event in Adare would know John Shovlin. It's fantastic to see the colour and the joy.
Welcome to Adare.
Well done.
St. Patrick's Day Parade. Give them a huge welcome. Well done, Mary. Well done, guys. Fantastic.
There's Maura Butler in the back with the proud Adare red and black shirt on.
The Woodland House Hotel.
There's Trevor Mack and his motorbike trying not to mow over a dragon.
Welcome, Woodland.
And we've got Jim Moore coming up in the Mini Cooper red, and Andrew Griffin in the other Mini Cooper. And folks, wait for this. They're always the main attraction in the parade. And I'm not supposed to have favourites, but we do enjoy these guys. This is the Woodlands House Hotel. And they're no doubt going to put out. I can't wait to see this.
President Elena, never failed to let us down. The Woodlands Hotel, well done.
The Fitzgerald family, unbelievable.
Taxi service, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Leonard, our very own taxi services. Michael also operates excursions for touring the southwest of Ireland. He also cares for golfing parties and provides an
They've gone full saloon mode by the looks of it. That is unbelievable. No doubt made from sustainable materials, as only the Fitzgerald family can do. There's David. There's the whole family, folks. I believe Connor has the latest instalment to the family. They welcomed a baby son during the week to add to the full forward line of the Adare St Football Club for future generations to come. Delighted to see. Isn't that just brilliant? We have Adare Taxi Services next with Mikey Leonard, our own taxi service. He specialises in excursions for touring the southwest of Ireland, and he caters for golfing parties, provides airport pickup services, and he'll get you to your destination quickly. Going back up Down Street is Cadimo Palace Henry, GA Club.
A big Adare welcome to Newcastle West Pipe Band.
Nice to see you, Carmel Scanlon. Thanks for tuning in. The beauty about the live stream is that it's up online afterwards, so lots of people get to come back and check out. I know a number of our international float participants, their families won't be waking up for a couple of hours, so hello to you guys. And here's the Newcastle West Pipe Band. Founded in 1961, the Newcastle West and Disc Pipe Band, originally known as St. David's Pipe Band. They underwent a transformation in the 1980s. They adopted their current name. This evolution mirrored the band's growing identity and its commitment to serving the broader community. And I seem to have missed Chuck Lee, I think. And here's Adare's Men's Shed. A great supporter of the Adare St. Patrick's Parade. And folks, they're a wonderful group of people doing great work around the place. With John O'Gorman in his vintage car. And Connie Ward is coming up with 2 vintage cars as well.
Samco was initially established design and manufacture the Samco 3-in-1 machine, which sows seeds under biodegradable plastic.
Magical to see the vintage cars, folks.
What a lovely display. Welcome to Samco.
And Aidan O'Gorman in his vintage tractor. Fantastic display on the back of it with the old milk churns and a little cow hanging out. And we've Samco, and needless to say, Samco is a fantastic success story. They're award-winning and innovative agricultural company. They're initially established, design and manufactured the Samco 3-in-1 machine, which sows these, but they're killing it on an international stage. We're so proud to have them in the local community. Massive employer, fantastic success story. And great to see innovation in the agri-tech space that's conquering the world, homegrown in our own town.
Great to see so many people out and about today, ladies and gentlemen. It's just fantastic to have such a huge turnout. Make our parade even more popular again. Well done to everybody for supporting the parade 2025. The Wild West is the team, ladies and gentlemen. The Wild West.
Next up on camera is JPG Freight. They're one of Ireland's leading transport companies since the 1930s. They're consistently delivering goods safely and on time through Ireland and the UK. There's the international float coming back up, folks. You've Hungary, you've Ukraine, you've Japan and Wales on camera with Elliot, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, George's Cross, and we've Gaza flying as well. Big shout out and fairness to the countries that can't be represented well this year. Adare United Soccer Oh, that's the Adare Board and Oak, Jamie Mack, the chair with Fergal. Just to say, JPG Freight and the McNamara family, they're also hosting the committee on the back of the rig shortly. We'll be at the back of the two, and I'm going to be jumping off to try and make my way on stage for that. Our committee have been doing line dancing in the hall 2 nights a week for the last number of weeks. I've managed to get out of going to all of that and not knowing for my dancing skills in public, folks. Samco still coming through.
Moving on again, well done. Thank you to the Cora Mills and the O'Connells. Richard O'Donoghue is next.
We've Cracora Mills coming up through now. And that looks like it could be WW Doherty's and Sons.
We've Robert Brussels with his vintage car next. And we
Limerick
have
Classic and Vintage Car Club with John Bradley and Marlo Walsh is coming up.
So Robert Brussels is there with a vintage car.
We've got the Limerick Fire Brigade coming up, folks.
And Marlo Walsh with 2 vintage cars. Well done.
And Richard O'Donoghue is meant to be making an appearance. There he is, Richard. Our independent TD for Limerick County. His brother John is up in the grandstand, the councillor to the Adare Rakiel electoral area.
Here comes WW Doherty and Sons. WW Doherty and Sons. The family run.
And I'm going to make an exit stage to our left now, folks, so we'll keep the stream going live. John O'Brien, lovely to see you. Yeehaw, also. I got to hop some barriers and join a float.
Redemption. Fans are coming back. Well done to Redemption. Welcome back. More entertainment with the Redemption. A WW Doherty fan. Here's JPG Freight. JPG Freight has been one of Ireland's leading transport companies since the late 1930s, constantly delivering goods safely and on time throughout Ireland and the UK. JPG Freight. Ladies and gentlemen, the last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, to close the massive parade, the Adare St. Patrick's Day Committee extends heartfelt gratitude to all their supporters, sponsors and supporters, and their invaluable contributions make this grand celebration possible. Stimulating and memorable parade for everybody. Welcome to the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee! St. Patrick's Day Committee, ladies and gentlemen. You come across all the participants in today's parade, ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way back. Adare United boys and girls are coming back. Welcome, guys. Thank you very much indeed. Big cheer, boys and girls. Well done. Yahoo! Well done. What a fantastic turnout, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome back the Hit Machine. Give us a bit of music up here, Hit Machine. Come in front of the youth stand. The Hit Machine, ladies and gentlemen, are going to give us a bit of music here. Come on up beside us, boys. Would you welcome the Hit Machine? The Hit Machine. All of my kids here, I'm Derby. All the way to Cheltenham. The Hit Machine. All the way Sean Hennessy on the way back. Ladies and gentlemen, the committee have asked us to judge, and a few of us have to judge who's the best throw here this evening. It was very, very close between the Adare Manor and the Woodlands, and after a lot of consultation, the best throw belongs to the Woodlands! Welcome back, James, and the walking tour from Marcella. Marcella, lads. Happy St. Patrick's Day, James. Come back. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful turnout. Thank you so much. It's brilliant to see everybody out. And the weather is so fine and dry. It's wonderful. Thank you very much indeed, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Well done, Jim Fitz. The Cork School of Music. Thank you, Cork. Well done. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to name the committee from the Adare St. Patrick's Parade Committee. In no particular order, we had Emma Sheehan, Tricia Derwin, Terry Hickey, John Quinn, Martina Ford, Abby Hickey, Heather Supple, Theodore O'Riordan, Pamela Kelly, Rosemary Schreier, Michelle Gallagher, Tom Toomey, Shea Morrissey, Lee Harrington, Liam O'Connor, and last but not least, Katie Calvin, who's celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Katie Calvin! That was the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee, ladies and gentlemen. What wonderful people to organise such a wonderful event, including the weather. Thank you. We hope everybody had a great day here today, ladies and gentlemen, in Adare for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. It was wonderful to see so many people here, and we thank you all for making the effort to turn out. We know tomorrow is another work day, but you're welcome to turn up, and we hope to see you all back here again, please God, for 2026 St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Adare. Well done to the committee, well done to all the helpers and the volunteers, well done to the supporters and the spectators. Welcome to Adare. Enjoy the rest of the evening in Adare, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Stay warm. The Shannon Dragons are coming back. comes the Shannon Dragons with the Shannon Dragons itself. Well done to the ladies from the Shannon Dragons. Fantastic. Well done, ladies. The Shannon Dragons, here they come, ladies and gentlemen, coming back. Give a big hand for the Shannon Dragons. Come on, hold that dragon up. Superb. We just got everybody back, ladies and gentlemen, before we open the road again, so everybody is on the way back. Stay safe for the rest of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your celebration for St. Patrick's Day. The clubs are making their way away. Thank you very much, gentlemen. St. Patrick is getting the lift. Well done, St. Patrick. Come on, Jill. Happy birthday to deserve that anyway. Just to announce, ladies and gentlemen, as the County Council have asked us that you would pick up any litter that's left afterwards, but there'll be a litter pick at 6 o'clock this evening. But any heavy litter you might just pick up and take home with you, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it there nice and clean and tidy. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you all had a great day here today, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful to see everyone out enjoying themselves on St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Have a great evening. Well done, children. Mummies, daddies, grannies, everybody, granddads. Everybody welcome to a day on our annual St. Patrick's Day parade. Thank you. Big thank you to Eileen here for helping with the sound. Give Eileen a big round of applause because she always gets it right. Well done, Eileen. Super sound. Some of the last of the bands coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Look after West Band. We hope you enjoy your stay here in the Desperate Parade, ladies and gentlemen. Please come back next year for 2026. You're always welcome here in the Dare. Well done. Huge crowds here again in the Dare, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful to see. The Newcastle West, a district fight band is coming back, ladies and gentlemen. The roads will reopen, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as all the bands come back to the field. Well done. Newcastle Massachusetts Pipe Band returning. Well done, guys. Hope you enjoyed your day today, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of St. Patrick's Day. Good bit of time left. Music in the pub. Enjoy the crack for the evening. Great to be Irish. Newcastle Western District Pipe Band returning. Thank you very much, Newcastle West. And District Pipe Band. How about your German church returning? Right the back, lads. Your German church. Well done. So let's go see. The Woodlands are coming back. Welcome back, Woodlands. Congratulations. We're not on the best floor here today. Well done to the Woodlands. The Dear Taxi Service, welcome back, Mike. Well done, Mike. I Dear Taxi Service, ladies and gentlemen, with the business cars and tractors, and WW Darcy up behind. Well done, everybody. Great effort, everybody. Great effort. Huge thank you to everybody that took part in the parade. Huge thank you to everybody who come and visit and spectate. What a great day. Here comes WW. Getting the normals there, these tractors. Well done, guys. Business cars, Leprechaun, we did everything here today, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful, wonderful turnout. Well done, guys. WW. Huge thank you to everybody taking part today, ladies and gentlemen. Samco are coming back. Well done, Samco. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Samco are coming. can see the road is slowly beginning to open up, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Mind the kids crossing the road, ladies and gentlemen. The cars are coming back, so keep an eye on the kids, ladies and gentlemen. The road is opening very, very shortly. Yeah, the road is open, so be careful with the kids, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the children. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Santo past 5, that completes our parade for 2025. We welcome you all back again next year. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to our dignitaries. And what a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of St. Patrick's Day. We're going to sign off now. Good night, stay home. God bless. Have a great evening.
And a very big thank you to Liam, who is our MC for the day.
Thank you, Brady.
Folks, that's it. That wraps up another year. It's probably 9-10 months in the making. There's a fantastic committee behind us, but just to say, hope everyone enjoys the rest of St. Patrick's Day festivities. Lily Sexton Hickey, well done for calling in. Prasanna, lovely to hear and see you joining in online. And Mary Rail, happy St. Patrick's. Folks, until this time next year, please come back in and join us again. Loy, Leporig, Sonadiv, and enjoy the rest of your day.